طريقتنا الصواب في الخير من جميع. This way is continuing through sohbet. The essence of religion is adab. It is manners. If you don't have manners, you don't have Islam. Manners is not just to bow down, to walk backwards, to put your hand on your heart and to smile and to speak so nicely. Yes, Efendi, no Efendi. That is not manners. You can fake that. So many are faking that. Manners is knowing the proper way to behave. The way that Holy Prophet behaved. The way that our Shaykh is behaving. The way that he is teaching us how to behave. Murids are in ghaflat. Once you're in ghaflat, shaitan is making you to behave, not Rahman. In salawats, in zikrullah, shaitan is sitting on you. Otherwise, how it can be in a holy night like this, right in front, in salawat sharif, murid can be sleeping. And when he is woken up, waking up with such arrogance, slowly, like he doesn't give a. And how a murid can be, when the dua is being said, his heart is, shaitan is sitting on it, the ego is sitting on it, and he is just spacing out. Not thinking about nothing, just complete empty, and just playing with himself. Be careful of a vision of a believer, because he looks with the nur of Allah. How are you going to have the nur of Allah? If in the zikrullah, in the remembrance of Allah, shaitan is sitting in your heart. When are you going to change? Year in and year out, still the same thing. When the believer is going to change, to be in an awakening station, that's why you're never doing your work properly. That's why your work fails. Because shaitan is guiding you, not Rahman. Are you understanding? No, you're not understanding. You're not waking yourself up in a holy night. You're not forcing yourself to wake up. You are going according to the habit. And the habit is, I don't like this. This is just a routine. Once it's finished, let's go, let's go, let's go. Hurry up, let's go. Let's move, let's do something, let's do something. I don't like to be here. Shaitan is guiding you that time. In the Mawlid Sharif, shaitan is guiding you. We are going to have a Mawlid tonight. But we're seeing people are not ready. People, they are sleeping. Different things, they are coming. But people are sleeping, taking for granted, not waking yourself up. You know how to put energy for the ego. Huh? You know how to put the energy and the wakefulness for the ego. But for the zikr of Allah, holy days and holy nights, you're not waking yourself up. How are you going to have faith? How are you going to have vision? Impossible. There time very easily. Dajjal coming and just hook you. Years you're spending with Sahib al-Saif. For what? We are here to worship. Everything else is secondary. We're here to worship. If everything else that you are doing, but you are not worshipping well, what good is that? If everything else that you are doing, and you're doing 100% correctly, and your worship is broken, awliya Allah will make a better one for you, not to worry. They can do anything. They are given the power of kun fayakun. But you're not doing your work properly too. Adab Yahu. Have manners. Have manners in the zikr of Allah. Have manners in the Salat al-Sharif. Have manners in the Sohbat. Have manners in the Jamaat. You're not, I'll throw you out. See that one we throw out. Shaitan loves it. That's why he's staying out. If the ego does not like it, he's going to be back. Meaning if the spirit is saying, why I have to be thrown out of the circle, let me to go back quickly. 1, 2, 3 is going to be back. But pull back. I'm going to throw that one out. Shaitan lost his manners because he thinks he's so familiar with Allah. He knows Allah. So his exception. He did work. He worshipped. You want to be Sahabat, the Sahabi to Shaitan? Go ahead. Think yourself an exception. Astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayh. This is necessary for this month, yes. Don't think the month of the Mawlid of the Prophet ﷺ, Sunday, everyone is so happy. Why are you being happy? Why are you being happy? Mawlid time? Why are you being happy? Let me ask you. Let me ask all those ones who are saying, oh, mashallah, marhaba, yeah, this month of happiness, marhaba. Why are you being happy? Because it's Rabiul Awal? So what? What did we do to deserve happiness? What did the Ummah do? For the sake of Allah and the Holy Prophet, that we are happy. Do we deserve to be happy? Or should we be ashamed in this month that again as an Ummah we have failed? That again this holy month is coming and this whole Ummah facing their Qibla to the west and to the kufr and leaving the lifestyle of the Prophet. You think to say, I love you, Ya Rasulullah, marhaba, Ya Rasulullah, alayhi wasalam, only in this month, that all your life you can fulfill your egoistic desires, running after this dunya. Then Mawlid time to sing and to dance. And what have we done to deserve this? What has the Ummah done to deserve this? Or should we hide our face in shame to say again, a holy month, your birthday is coming, Ya Rasulullah. You came for this Ummah and we have failed you again. We have left your way. We have kicked out and betrayed our khalifah. We've turned our backs against the awliya Allah. And we're making shaitan to sit in our hearts. This ummah will be punished. This ummah is going to be punished. Heavy. Because they're taking the religion of Allah as a game. They're taking the Holy Prophet ﷺ as a game. They're looking at him. Everywhere there is this idea, this ideology, ever since the fall of the Ottoman Khilafat. Holy Prophet, this passive Prophet, so soft-spoken, never yell at anyone, so meek and mild, washing his own clothes, sewing his own clothes all the time, as if they're telling us. Never yelling at his wives. So nice, passive, weak man. Hasha, astaghfirullah. The way that they're saying Isa alayhi salam is, the way that they're saying Jesus is, meek and mild. And they're making this religion to be like Christianity. And our Prophet like Jesus. And they're covering all the other aspects of the Holy Prophet. Of course, he washed his clothes. Of course, he sewed his clothes. But what is the agenda that people are bringing it up now? Because they're saying feminist rights, female rights. They have to be equal with the men. They have to lead the prayer. They have to be imams. They have to be scholars. They have to be sheikhs. And these are the ones that is leading the ummah now. But they are hiding those aspects of the Prophet ﷺ that describes him as a general, as a husband who is free from his wives, that at one point he got so fed up and he was about to divorce all his wives. If anyone puts a barricade between him and Allah, him and Islam, him and the way, they cover the part where he took out his sword of truth, and with that sword of rahmat, he struck off the necks and the heads of so many unbelievers and hypocrites, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, now strike, but Allah is the one who is going to take his life. They are covering up him as a man, and they're putting him as a weak, mild, meek, passive man, because that's how they want the Muslim man to be now. Yes. So what have we got to be happy about in this holy month? We rejected and betrayed our khalifah. We are not living the lifestyle of the Prophet. No, we are not. Don't think sunnat is just praying extra rakats or carrying a miswak. Because majority of the Muslims do not believe in the lifestyle of the Prophet. They don't. They make up their own stories and understanding of what lifestyle of the Prophet is. You see from outside, everything that they do is exactly what the unbelievers they are doing. There is no Islamic identity in what they are doing. Not in the way they dress, not in the way they think, not in the way they speak, not in the way they sit, not in the way that they see things, not in the way that they raise their children, not in the way that they deal with their women. But everywhere that you see the way they sit and they eat and they drink and they deal with their women and they think is how the West wants them to. How kufr is teaching them, and they are supporting that. Fitna of Dajjal. Astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayh. We are guilty, all of us. Don't think I'm saying this and I'm not putting myself in it. I'm guilty. Everyone is guilty in it, yes. Because we have betrayed Islam. We have betrayed our Prophet. We have betrayed our Khalifah. Khalifah, Majority of the Muslims don't even believe in the Khalifah. They have cancelled out 1300 years of Islamic history. And they're saying democracy. The sheep must choose the shepherd. The feet can become the head. Everyone is equal. There is no knower above every knower. Astaghfirullah, Ya Rabbi. Forgive us, Ya Rasulullah. Sincerely we are saying it. Because Holy Prophet ﷺ, the day that he was born, the hour that he was born, the minute that he was born, he was in sajda and he was saying, Ummati, Ummati. And he was praying that Allah brings us close to him. Yes, he is close to us. He is amongst us. He is inside of us. But we are very far away from him. We are very far. Stay out! We are very far away from him. Those calling themselves Muslims, those calling themselves Ahli Tariqat, those calling themselves Murids, very far. All you need to do is to test yourself. Yes, sleeping, getting tired. I'm going to start throwing you out, getting tired. Because all this is very bad manners, showing bad manners. And if you're showing the bad manners, it's not going to be tolerated anymore in the circles where there is going to be blessings and rahmat coming down. You don't want that rahmat. You want lanat? Go out. There's lanat everywhere. Get out. This is the circle of rahmat. But in the circle of rahmat, you have to have manners. So easy people saying Sufi. So easy people are saying dervish. I'm a dervish. Meaning I'm the one who is standing in the divine court. Forget about divine court. If you're standing in front of the president and you don't know what the protocol is, you're standing in front of the sultan, you don't know where to look, when to look, what to say, when to say, your neck is gone. Like what they're saying, if you are with dangerous highwaymen, robbers, Eshkia, take care of your tongue. Be careful what you say. You say the wrong thing, they'll cut your neck off. And they're saying, in the presence of the Eshkia, be careful of your tongue. In the presence of the awliya, be careful of your heart. Be careful of your heart. What goes through your heart? You think, you make the wrong intention, wrong thought that comes, you may lose it forever to Jahannam. Yes. What about in divine presence, those calling themselves dervish? Alhamdulillah, we are not claiming anything. We may say that we've taken bayat with Sahibul Saif. And with that sword, with that Saiful Haq, it must separate. Like Umar Farooq, the Farooq al-Akbar, the one who is able to separate the truth from the falsehood. It must be in these days. If we don't separate that within ourselves in this holy month, if we don't take this month to separate that in our hearts and to get rid of it, we'll be in big trouble. We'll be in very big trouble when the time comes and the big test comes and the big winds is going to blow. We're in very big trouble. Because people taking Islam lightly. They're taking Dajjal lightly. He's saying Dajjal, oh no, we have protection of Imam Mahdi. We have protection of Imam Mahdi. What did you do for Imam Mahdi? You don't even know your ego. If you don't know your ego, you don't know Shaitan. If you don't know Shaitan, you don't know Dajjal. If you don't know Dajjal, you cannot tell the difference that time between Dajjal and Mahdi alayhi salam. That is what's going to happen. In this holy night, in this holy month, wake up. Shake yourself up. We have to. Because the last call, it is ringing. And if we are that time sleeping and just being in ghaflat for 1 second, doesn't matter that how many years you have been in the way of haqq, if you still cannot train yourself to wake up, to be awake, that 1 second, split second of ghaflat is enough time for Dajjal to just get you like that. And you will be in Jahannam forever. May Allah forgive me and bless all of you. For the sake of our Shaykh, for the sake of this night. Different things coming this month. As what we've said earlier, is going to be heavy. There's a heaviness that is coming. Wake up. We have to clean ourselves in this month. We have to remove all the wrong characteristics. We have to be harder on ourselves. If not, we're going to lose. Sleep then. And be with those ones who's just going to sing and dance in this month. And their lives are not going to change. Astaghfirullah lazim wa atubu ilayh. Fatiha. Amin. Astaghfirullah lazim wa atubu ilayh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now you can move as much as you want. Do what you have to do.